Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing the Battletech Battlefield Support Objectives box. Now, unfortunately, this is the second time I'm recording this video as I lost the footage from the first time. Had some issues with the recording software and it got corrupt, so yeah. So looking at the box, one thing that really sticks out to me is that there's a lot of empty space between the minis, and I really want to highlight that as it just feels like a waste. It feels like Catalyst, we could have got like a Lance box size that would have cut down on Catalyst's cost and materials of manufacturing this, as well as cut down on space on the shelves, allowing for more things to fit on the shelf in stores. Now, speaking of cost, this is a $40 box for 4 minis. I understand that they are really difficult minis. They seem to be, anyway, really difficult minis to produce, and they're very highly detailed, but $40 is kind of steep. Honestly, if it were me, if I were you, I would try my luck with mystery boxes and see if you get lucky getting some of these. It's just a better bang for your buck. So on the sides and bottoms, bottom and top, we've got the long tom, just in the silhouette form. Something I want to point out from the back, there is a little hiccup. It says there are 3 Alpha Strike cards, and in a couple spots it says there's 3 Alpha Strike cards. There are not. There are actually 4 Alpha Strike cards, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. But I do want to highlight that maybe that's an issue with Catalyst quality control or quality assurance. I'm not quite sure what the right term would be for that, but feels like an oversight. We've seen a few of those in the Mercenaries Kickstarter, and I just want to point something like that out. So they've got some room to improve. So opening this box, I'm only able to open it because I've already cut this open from the first unboxing. We've got the 7 cards. So first things first, we've got MASH and MASH. We've got the long tom and the reverse of the long tom. Long tom support carriage. I feel like this is the card that wasn't originally going to be included, but ended up being included. It also has the long tom on it, which I feel like it should have the support carriage on it instead of the actual long tom. It would just be less confusing for new players. And then we have the mobile headquarters. And the reverse of the mobile headquarters. MASH again. Reverse of the MASH. And long tom. Reverse of the long tom. But notice we do not have a long tom support carriage in the asset in the Battlefield Support cards, which is why I believe that card was the one that was implemented last minute. Mobile HQ. Now, I do think it's a little dumb that they say Mobile HQ on one card and Mobile Headquarters on the other. Just keep things consistent. It's less confusing for everybody. I mean, it's not super confusing, but it would, in theory, be less confusing, especially if you have someone who's new to speaking English. Just keeping things consistent. Let's pull the minis out with the Battlefield Support, or the long tom support carriage. This little crane does move, which is very neat. I like that a lot. We have the MASH. It's a nice mini, nice high detail. These are, now keep in mind, these are pretty small, but they're pretty detailed for how small they are. Now there is this little piece, I'll show you in a sec, that can go on the side of the mesh, and it looks like that when it is glued on. So just the difference between those two. We have the long tom itself. Now it seems like this turret is in 2 pieces, but as far as I can tell, it's not turnable, so maybe a little sad, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I think it's a fun mini to have on the board, especially if you're bringing artillery. And then we have the mobile headquarters, or mobile HQ. The radar dish here does turn, so you can close that however you want, or take it out, but that is posable. And this little turret here on the front also turns, so, which is very fun, and I like that about these minis. Getting some posability with them and some customization options is really nice. Now back to the packaging. The thickness. This is from my other Battlefield Support Objectives box. Let's see if we can line that up. It's maybe about halfway through the thickness of this plastic. Not crazy. But if we take a lance box and pull the plastic out, we see similarly about halfway on some of these spots. Now I do understand that the more you stretch the plastic, the thinner it gets, and that can be a problem. But even so, if that was a problem with how thick these are, you could take a star box, and it'd still be smaller than the Battlefield Support box here, and it'd fit better. If we have this lance box, we can take all 4 of these minis out. We can even put them on, and as we can see, they would fit pretty well. So I do think Catalyst could very much have reduced the packaging costs of this, and thus reduced shelf space in stores and potentially even cost. And sitting at $40, I do think that this particular box is maybe on the expensive side. Maybe it really is quite expensive for only 4 minis, at least for Catalyst minis. Maybe not so much if you're used to Warhammer prices, or if you're looking at Iron Wind Metals minis, but for Catalyst minis, this is on the expensive side. I do really enjoy this box, and I think it'll add a lot of flavor, especially to campaign things. I will be participating in the campaign here soon, and in that campaign I am bringing a MASH, which will be kind of a fun unit to have on the board. So yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.